Welcome back, guys, to week 4 of my recap as I prepare for the Miami International Pro AM show. And Mom is with us as well. So it is Sunday today, and I'm going to share with you how I still keep breakfast I keep up in on a Sunday morning on a low-carb day. So I have this meal all the time. It's called the keep up breakfast. It's 2 eggs, bacon, some toast, a little bit of avocado, and I am absolutely not going to guesstimate at this because I am in contest prep and I have to nail my macros for every single meal if I want to progress towards the show. So number 1, I have this meal planned out every Sunday. It's in my macros, and I figured out what amount of each ingredient I can have. I can have the 2 eggs, I can have 8 grams of this bacon, I can have 30 grams of the avocado, and only 21 grams of bread, which is about half of one slice of this bread. So first, I'm going to get my scale ready. 8 grams of bacon. That's 4. That's 7. And I want all 8. So there we go. That's 8 grams of bacon. I'll give the extra to my husband. I can have 30 grams of this delicious avocado. That's 35. And that, my friends, is 30. So again, I'll give the extra to my husband. And lastly, 21 grams of bread, which is probably, oh, wait a minute. Wow, I get that whole half. And there we go, 21, and again, I'll give the extra to my husband. And so that will be my breakfast for the day, and honestly, I do not feel like a victim here. I'm getting to eat out, I'm nailing my macros, and I'm progressing for the show. I'm back at the gym, and I just finished ripping through an amazing arms and shoulder pump. So that's in the bag. Now I'm gonna start doing some posing. I'm gonna try to get in good 30 minutes of posing, doing my comparison poses. So I'll start with my core set, getting really comfortable with waist control, posture, etc. And then I'll switch into my bikini and send that into my posing coach, Toby. Take you into the grocery store and do a quick shop. So right now we're really not buying lots of starch, it's mostly just a little bit of low carb vegetables. Let's go. Back at home, we did a really good haul, mostly protein and low carb vegetables like celery, cucumber, lettuce greens, and running out of rice vinegar. I use this a lot, rice vinegar or champagne vinegar. I don't know about you, but when I'm in prep on really low carbs, I really crave bitter flavors, sour flavors, and coffee. Hoisin sauce for carb up day on Friday. Hopefully I'll still get a carb up day. I was missing that last Friday. And I'm just gonna get to it. I gotta cook up chicken breast. I'm gonna roast this in the oven for about 28 minutes. At the same time, I'm gonna put the lean beef on the pot, get that going, because we are cleaned out of protein. And then when I get back from my walk, I still got 5,000 steps to get in. I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna do the salmon. I am back from my walk. I got my last 5,000 steps in. I was so hungry after the grocery shop, so drank a bottle of BCAAs, chewed on a celery stick, and got my steps in. And now we're just gonna finish up here with the food prep for protein. So all the beef got cooked up. So this is ready to go, super lean, 95% lean beef. Chicken is cooked, so that's gonna get broken down. And we just cooked it for 28 minutes. It's really, really tender and juicy on the inside. I prefer to cook the chicken like this on the bone, and then the salmon's gonna go in. So just really rolling with food prep, staying on point, and here in this household, we work as a team. So I went for my walk, and actually my mom cooked the chicken. I think, and then Jay cooked the beef or vice versa. So teamwork, making the dream work.
I'm making apple cupcakes, and I'm measuring out all the ingredients ahead of time so that all I have to do is mix it together and we've got a batter made.
Mom has prepared all the ingredients. She's pre-measured most of them. And I'm gonna read out to her the list. This is a new recipe. I'm not sure 100% if it's the final recipe. I'm usually good at this. This is a cupcake recipe for Mom's ebook, which will be out in a few more weeks. And it's going to be a cupcake that you would be able to use in like a meal 3 with maybe a little protein shake on the side. So here we go. This is going to be an applesauce cupcake. It is made with my applesauce, which is a recipe that's in my free ebooks. If you haven't got that ebook yet, head over to my website, yourhealthyhedonista.com. Sign up for the email and get the free ebook. It's a beautiful recipe. All right, so we're gonna start off. We got the butter in here, 40 grams of butter. Let's add the maple syrup, so 40 grams. And this is sugar-free. It's Woman's Best sugar-free maple syrup. It's a fabulous product. Let's add in 40 grams of gluten-free pancake mix. Now, you don't have to use gluten-free, but we are using gluten-free. It's by Bob's Red Mill, so go ahead and add that.
Yeah, it's also got 2 things together.
And does that have the Woman's Best protein as well?
No, it's got the oatmeal in it.
Oh, okay, right. So we're adding 15 grams of quick cooking oats. Give it a little bit more of a robust texture, make it nice and homey. Let's add the Women's Best Ice Away Vanilla Protein Powder. We've got a couple drops here of stevia. Mom is my sidekick these days. The tables have turned, huh?
Yeah, they have. Well, this is only 6 drops, but
I just go squirt, 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 squirt. You don't have to be exact with the stevia. We've got a lot of white beans, 170 grams of drained white beans. It adds a ton of fiber. It's very, very moderate glycemic index as well, and it's going to help give the cupcakes a really nice mouthfeel. And honestly, you don't even notice. It just helps the cupcakes stay nice and moist and delicious. And we've got 100 grams of the applesauce and egg whites. And water. Now we've got xylitol to add. It's another sugar substitute. And again, it is not insulinogenic. That means it's not going to spike insulin. Really great if you're diabetic or you're on contest prep and you're really managing something like that. I love how it tastes and how it bakes. We're going to add in some water. And then finally, the egg whites, 80 grams of egg whites. Now, supposedly this recipe's for 6, but I make cupcakes all the time. I wrote this recipe, and this is looking more like 8 cupcakes to me, but we'll see. Now we're gonna blend it. Over to you, Joan. So the batter is a little bit more wet than normal, but it is an entirely new recipe. So again, we're gonna see how these rise. I can always take the water out, even reduce the egg whites, and it might be more than 6 cakes. And this is how the process of creating a recipe. I've got to hit macros, so the recipe has to satisfy macros. It has to have a taste. It has to taste delicious. And then, of course, the texture and all of that also have to be bang on. So sometimes it takes me 2 or 3 times until I get the recipe exactly the way I like it. So the recipe did end up making 6. These are pretty big, but the macros are amazing. It's about, I think, 8 grams of protein, 20 grams of carbs, and 5 grams of fat. The batter tastes unbelievable. I did have a little tiny, cheap little lick. So we're gonna pop these in. It should be about 12 minutes, golden brown at just 350. A little bit lower heat, just for the protein powder. I do prefer to cook baked goods that have protein powder in them a little bit lower heat. Oh boy, these look good. Here we go. And they puffed up nicely. Still a little bit tender to the touch. Let's try them out. Take it apart. Drum roll. Let's check the crumb. We gotta open it up and see. Oh, look at that's nice. Maybe we could have cooked it like another little minute, but that's pretty good. And we should have a taste without anything on it. Wow, that is perfect. I do think that I will take the water out of the recipe though. I think, so the cooking time ended up being 14 minutes, but I'll take the water out. That's amazing. That's really, really tender.
And moist.
Now you're putting some sweet icing on.
Yeah.
The sweet icing recipe, guys, that was in the first episode, 6 weeks out. So if you don't know that, if this is your first time joining us here on YouTube, please go back to the first episode, 6 weeks out. Check that recipe. It's an amazing recipe. This is a lifesaver on contest prep. It tastes exactly like cream cheese icing, but it actually has the macro that it has the most is protein. It's mostly protein, some carbs, and a little bit of fat. Thanks, guys. We'll catch you tomorrow as we hit some training sessions and capture some footage for Mom's Instagram takeover.
Now here is this apple recipe, and I am going to break it apart, and you'll see how lovely crumbly
There, that
it
is perfect,
Whoa.
just like cake. So I wouldn't change anything about the recipe. It's perfect. It did cook longer. It ended up cooking for 16 minutes. I think because it was quite liquidy, but it's a very, very tender crumb. And you gotta taste it, see if you like the taste. So this is an apple sauce cupcake. Perfect for the fall. And this was made with an applesauce that we made with golden delicious apples.
And I love applesauce in muffins or cupcakes because
So you
it
approve
keeps it.
here, let me have a taste.
It is.
This is I'm cheating on my diet. That's delicious. It's actually a little bit buttery taste. There is butter. There's 40 grams of butter in the recipe. And it's almost like a donutty, kind of a cinnamon donutty apple kind of a flavor. And now you're adding the sweet icing recipe.
Sweet icing is my favorite. I love adding it to any cupcakes.
It's a really great recipe when you're on a diet. And guys, if you missed that recipe, you can get it in the first episode, 6 weeks out. It's in the description, how to make it. And of course, everything that all the recipes I come up with are great to have whether you're building or whether you are on a diet and need to lose weight. Thanks, guys. It's raining outside, but we still have to get steps in. So Jay is doing his steps outside. He's helping me. So I have to grab my meal and do my steps. I got 2,000 left, and then he's gonna make me pose. He's a tough coach, man. All right, check this out. This is my meal. I've been saving my carbs, my starch for later on in the day to help me sleep. So this is, check this out. This is English muffin, half English muffin, light mayo, light cheese. I've got chicken over here. And the chicken has been cooked with this. You guys can see this. It is Clubhouse, just not expensive, maple bacon spice. So this tastes delicious. What's happening, YouTube? It is now 4 weeks out of my prep for the Miami International Pro AM show with the WBFF, and I'm going to claim the title. So yeah, we're looking at some really good progress. Nothing's really changed in terms of my macros are the same. Cardio is at 16 minutes a day. It's in the home stretch. I saw great changes at the end of last week. So this week's just gonna be even more of that. And I'm very, very excited. I feel healthy, I feel strong. Even though the grind is hard, my mindset's just so focused that each day as it comes, I feel totally able to handle the challenges that come my way. So I hope you enjoy this weekend. Of course, Mom trained with Jonas with us for this winter, so you're gonna see her appearing in some of my video. Thanks for checking the video out, and let's get going. What's happening, everybody? We are at the gym now. Jay and I just crushed our cardio, and I'm gonna hit into some glutes. So I have added on a 6 training day to my training week for the last 4 weeks. It is a glute day. I'm gonna add on an extra 10 sets of glute training. I do a lot of glute volume throughout the week, but as any competitor knows, as you really get depleted for the stage, the glutes kind of disappear. Now, some of that is fat loss, but I'm gonna do everything I can to retain that muscle tissue. So I'm not going too crazy. I'm not going more than 30 sets per week, but I am doing a lot of volume, and I do include my squat, my deadlift, lunges, all that stuff in glute training, but I'm gonna add on a little bit more hip thrust, some donkey kicks on the smooth machine, and cable hip abduction and kickbacks. Mom's joining me today, so I hope you like the footage.
Problem. Up, yes. Down, back, yes. Boom, boom, there you go. Down, nice. You got this. Easy. Give me 3 more, Joan. Boom. Yep. There you go. Last one. Yes. Excellent.
So for the hip thrust, I'm really thinking of getting a complete lockout at the hips, full glute extension. I want my shins to be vertical at the lockout, my knees 90 degrees, and I want a solid plank from the chest through the torso, hips, thighs, and knees. One solid plank. And I'm gonna really engage and squeeze my glutes hard. I'm gonna keep tension on the glutes as I'm bringing the weight back down, and then I'm gonna thrust up with intention. Notice that I'm bracing, my lats are packed, and I'm locking out at the top of my body as well. So that just keeps me very tight, allows me to lift more weight, and of course the more work I'm doing in a session, the more tonnage I'm moving in a session, the more effect I'm gonna potentiate on my muscle fibers. I'm sitting up nice and tall. I'm really close to this back rest, and it's just sitting at the back of my shoulder blades. I'm gonna roll this in and get it tight into the V of my thighs and my torso. I grab just inside the power ring here. And again, when I thrust up, you're gonna see my lats are packed, and I'm gonna walk at the elbows, keep my chin tucked to get that nice solid plank at the top. I'm gonna engage my glutes from the beginning, kind of like taking slack out of the bar, right from the start, and then I thrust up. Load all the way down, up, and
Nice, Joan. 2 more. Last one. Excellent. Yep. Come on, champ.
it. That is a wrap. We crushed our glutes today. And now we're gonna grab something to eat and scoot off to Playa.
And the kettlebells and the Swiss balls. So I do have the equipment outlined in the form, and
What do you think, Mom?
Oh, I think she's a given.
She's in?
Yeah.
All right, I'll write the letter. All right, guys, today is a grind. Feeling super emotional, like fighting hard to not feel like a victim. But bench is going really good, so I hopefully is going to hit 155 for 2 sets of 3. And then some back down sets. I want to share that with you. Again, I might not make it, but I am feeling good. And, it's those days when you just feel like crap, that your body is depleting, it is shredding. These days have to get done if you want to get that final result, that sculpture that you're looking for. And my grip was like a game changer. Boom! That went super well. I have to say, bench was on my favorite list. And always leaves me feeling like super euphoric, especially when it goes well. I brought my grip in a little bit this year after watching one of my clients, one of my athletes, Ashley. She has a very narrow grip. And I realized I used to have a very narrow grip, but I widened it because that was the thing to do. And I have really strong triceps, so bringing them back, my grip back in a little bit. It's still a little bit wider than like some people's grip, but it's not as wide as I was, and hell, I'm able to use my triceps and push hard off the chest. So really happy, and I hope that message gets through. Grind through those tough days, find a way to flip your mindset stays happy, and know that those hard days are necessary for the final outcome. You working on there, Jim?
365.
See the place where I was born. I was raised by the new dawn, and now I sit inside the storm. Like the eye of the pyramid, I know everything ahead. I'm in the hunt, don't you forget. Gotta work for it, every day work for it. Gotta work for it, every day work for it. I stand alone, can't get much higher. It's in my bones, the true survivor. I stand alone, I keep on rising up to the throne. I won't stop fighting, 'cause I stand alone. Somebody turned off all the lights.
my God. I am poozing and I have the worst quad cramp. And one thing that I notice is that kind of like the middle or the end of my low carb week, so I do 6 low carb days and I take a high carb day, I start to get really bad cramps. So I have this at the gym and I'm getting massage now twice a week and just trying to, keep my body going as I continue to slice up.
Yeah, so before doing this pose here, you have the one with the arms up. That's where you engage the lat, sit on your lat, so then when you bring the hand here, the shoulder doesn't roll forward, but stays up. You bring the hand here.
Mom, what are we gonna do? Guys, I'm dead. I'm totally dead. I was dead this morning training and now I'm totally, truly dead.
And she thinks I'm going to bring her back. If she falls, she stays.
This beautiful senior, train with Joan, is going to carry me to the grocery store. So anyways, I still have 20 minutes of cardio to do. We did 30 minutes this morning, trained, tacked on 10 minutes of cardio after posing, and leaving me 20 minutes. And that is going to be our bike ride to Shijari. And that will also, just walking around and shopping, that's probably going to eat up the last of my steps. So, and then I've got work, I've got clients until 7. I'm going to eat. Jesus.
I'm in my underwear, man.
So, show us about this, your magical scale, hun. Miss Queen, Miss Girl who gets free things all the time.
You get... Well, I got my cues back.
Oh, you're going to weigh heavy. You're going to weigh heavy, Joneski.
Well, that's what I weighed this morning.
What'd you weigh? 134. Oh, good. We're down almost a pound.
Yep.
All right. Show us. So what is this? This is the fit tracker.
You have to have bare feet. Okay. Take it on.
No cheating.
And you keep
Lean on the table. And it tells you if your IQ and how much money you've got in the bank.
Anyway, darn.
Oh, you gained weight.
Yes. Interesting.
Cheater. Jay, you gonna go?
No.
Come on.
I'm in my
Come on, Big Daddy.
No, I'm not good.
What it does is it gives you 17 different parts. Your weight, your BMI, your BFP, your body fat. Yeah. I'm in the, pretty well, all the way through, I'm in the average.
Oh, good. Can you imagine that? You've become average.
I'm just an average.
You're trained with Average Joe.
That's right.
All right, let's get going, hon. What are you making?
I am making my breakfast. Here.
What you having, girlfriend?
I'm having yogurt with Women's Best protein powder.
What flavor? Are you having your pina colada?
I'm having vanilla. I like vanilla with my breakfast. A pina colada for my treat.
And you planned these macros yesterday, I hope. You
Yes,
naughty
I
girl.
did.
Good.
And fresh berries.
And what do you like about this meal? What do you like about this meal?
It's easy. It's good to eat. I like the flavor.
And the most important thing, or one of the most important things, is it hits your macros.
It does. It's my macros.
That's right. And you're training at the gym today. What are you training? No
upper
idea.
body.
Upper body. Okay. You doing some bench press?
I have to look at my...
We could give you some bench press because I'm your coach.
Okay. We'll see what I can do.
Let's see what you can do. And then you're also doing a takeover for Prevention Magazine, so we've got to do some videotaping for you because you're so famous.
Yeah.
Apparently so.
All right. Thanks, Mom. What's up, everybody? I am now at the gym with my mother doing some badass shoots in the back, JJ. And so today's day 5 of low carbs. And just like last week, I am running on fumes. So yesterday I was cramping during posing. I'm sure I'll be cramping again today, feeling flat as a pancake. Totally normal. So I'm gonna get up my cardio. I have an hour to do, so I did a 30-minute session with Jay. No sprints, I just didn't have it in me. I will do those after my high carb day when I have a bit more energy. But just getting in the cardio. So I did half before training. I'm gonna eat. I brought my yogurt again. Get the training done in an hour, no longer, and then I'll get the cardio done a little bit later on in the day. And just trying to manage cortisol a little bit. You know, at this stage of the game, less than a month out, cortisol is jacked through the roof, no doubt about it. Super low calories, low carbs, tons of training, tons of cardio, disrupted sleep. But if I can manage it a little bit, getting to bed a little bit earlier, doing a little bit extra meditation, making sure I'm doing deep breathing throughout the day, and then, like I said, breaking up cardio and just having a hard cap on how long I'm at the gym. It's easy in contest prep to get into your head that more is better, but a lot of times what you're doing is just jacking up cortisol so much that you end up going into water retention mode and getting like watery and fluffy and just blah. So really managing stress as much as I can at this stage of the game. No squats. The squats are out. I was hitting legs today, doing a crazy superset that Shelby put together. It's a bunch of leg press, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, kind of like a half of a DTP, a Chris getting DTP. Superset with deadlifts with very little break, dumbbell, stiff deadlifts, really loading the hamstrings, slow negatives. Then I'm going into walking lunges, high rep walking lunges, again superset with those stiff leg deadlifts. So just working my legs, doing everything you can to bring in a really nice set of wheels. There you go, guys.
So I had a really good pep talk with Michelle this morning as we were doing a mini triathlon. As you guys know, we love to do like 10 minutes on the rowing, 10 minutes on the running, 10 minutes back on the airline. And you know, I remember Michelle reminding Michelle that it's normal when she's going through, especially when she wakes up, you know, in the morning. Naturally, your body's a little bit on the flatter side of things. From a competitor aspect, being on the flatter side of things is like, oh my God, I'm small, I lost all my muscles. And which is a totally normal feeling to have. But I told Michelle again that it's the most muscular, beautiful muscles that she has been so far, and that she doesn't have to worry where she is at this point. And I would say, guys, we're down at 3.5 weeks out, I never see Michelle look this good. And so, again, by taking really good photos in the gym, really good photos of her training, showing her how great she looks, I believe that all those psychological tools are really, really important, so she can keep focusing on ticking all the boxes in order for her to be successful on a daily basis. Also, on the posing standpoint, posing side of things, as we know, posing is super important, and sometimes in mastering new poses, it feels a little bit awkward in your body, and when you've been like a seasoned athlete like Michelle, where everything flows together and you used to feel a certain way, sometimes learning something new can make you feel like a beginner again, so to speak. And you do the pose and you feel like kind of out of line, wacky, and you're like, why am I not kind of getting it? But then I think giving you the chance of really mastering that pose, and then feeling that pose, going through that beginner stage again, I think is really, really important. And it's not a step back. You don't want to see it as a step back of, I need, no, on the opposite. It's going to be a beautiful pose that she's working on. And once her body feels it, then take that pose and add it into a routine, rather than kind of sort of mastering that pose, not feeling quite comfortable with it, and then trying to put it in the routine. I think would be the wrong way to go. The step-by-step that process that we discussed about it. Get inside with that new pose, feel comfortable with it, master it, and then add them into your routine. I'm super excited for you guys to see.
Wow. Shit. That is ugly. What do you think, Mom?
You are a friggin' beast.
And you're cute.
I don't know about that. Oh my God.
There never is a thing that's waiting too long. I think that's what's so inspiring about your story. Oh my God.
Well, yeah. But if I could have started earlier, I think it would have been better for me. Like health-wise. I knew that the success Michelle had with other women. I've watched. I've been watching and rooting for her from day one when she started this competition type stuff. And building body. She's just superior. And yeah, she's my daughter.
Everybody, it is my day off. It is Thursday, which is check-in day to Shelby. Thank God, because it is getting tough. 6 low-carb days in a row, but I have survived. So I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning with a headache. Had to grab some Tylenol. Took another Tylenol after my massage. And that is just the reality of prep. I got my heart rate up to 108 this morning. In cardio, usually I'm at 140 to 150. So just surviving on fumes. And that's the reality of the end of prep for me. Some days are great and I'm hitting PRs, and other days I am sucking wind. Anyway, sending my check-ins to Shelby. Hopefully he's gonna like what he sees. I like what I see. And maybe I'm gonna get a carb up tomorrow. Okay, this is one of my favorite low carb treats. I have this partway through my day, and it is a scoop of Women's Best Ice White chocolate, decaf espresso, 8 grams of coffee mate, ice cubes, a quarter cup of coconut milk, and a couple packets of stevia, and I just blend it with this guy, this Ninja, until the texture is like a blizzard. It is sweet, chocolatey, icy, and takes, I kind of milk it. It takes about 5 minutes to eat. It's very, very filling, and it's just like, yeah, it's like ice cream with blizzard, so it's a win. Morning, guys. It is 5 a.m. It's my high carb day. Sent my check-in yesterday to Shelby, and he liked what he saw, so it's high carb day. I'm hitting 280 grams of carbs, and I'm starting off with these jelly beans, and they're cherry, and they're made with glucose, pure glucose, no corn maze and no fructose. And I'm gonna experiment with these, just see how my veins are, coming, how my body's filling up this morning, because this could be something I use on game day. All my meals are planned for the day: 160 protein, 280 carbs, and 60 fat. So usually I would have chocolate here, but instead I'm having these jelly beans. I'll be training at the gym because it's a bit rushed today, so I'm gonna make this cream of rice, protein oatmeal, well, it's cream of rice meal, whatever that is. And then I'll be having some tacos today, beef and rice and egg, some more tacos, and I saved a little bit of room here for my pralines and cream. So everything's planned for the day, and I'll show you what that looks like. All right, I'm gonna have another 40 grams of these. I am starving, and I'll go to the gym, hit cardio, have my cream of wheat, and then hit back. We're at the gym, and I'm about to hit back. Jay and I slayed 40 minutes of cardio. As usual, we did a little bit of triathlon. I did 20 minutes on the rower, 10 minutes jog in the rain, and then finished 10 minutes on the assault bike. I am so hungry. So the jelly beans went down really well. I feel tight. I'm starting to get some nice vascularity, get a nice pump, but so hungry. So I'm digging into my protein cream of wheat, and I'm hitting my posterior chain, my back, and my glutes. And I'm going to be taking progress photos later today. I want my coach Shelby to know how I'm looking during the carb up, and I'll be taking progress photos tomorrow and on Sunday, so he can start to see how my body's peaking, whether we should front load carbs, have carbs midweek and taper, or carb up right into the show. So now I'm moving into the posterior, to the bottom half, the glutes, and a little bit of hamstrings. Not heavy. So I finished my back, and I'm going to go into some good mornings. Still some back in these, but I'm really focusing on my glutes and hamstrings. I really feel a solid load there, and a 3-count negative. And then I'm going to head over and finish off with a superset of hip thrusts and rounded back extensions. Alright guys, I am finishing off my last superset, my last set here of hip thrust. I'm doing high rep, 20 reps, 1-count pause. It's a lightweight, I'm only doing 175, and I'm supersetting those with the rounded back extensions. Again, paused and weighted at the top. So really working the peak contraction of the glutes. So let's get to it.
Mountains, yeah, and I'm breaking out. They wanna see a fight, and I'll show them how. I'm setting fire to the sky, gonna burn it down. It's time to take the night, wanna
right. I am buying my bike because the store last time didn't have any bikes, so I'm getting a pretty cool beach cruiser with some Shimano components, so hopefully it will be pretty good. Hello, buenos dias. Yeah. Hey, Hunkosaurus.
What do we have?
We have a bicicleta.
Bicicleta?
It's going to be so much better than that crappy piece of crap that I like abandoned on the side of the road.
All right, so picked up the bike, picked up my bike, and then on the way back, flat tire on the front left of the car, and we're about to change the tire, but we're missing some piece. So we have our people at Jeep that will come by and give us help.
So while we're waiting, I'm gonna get my steps in. I'm gonna get a little Starbucks and go to the bathroom. So that'll probably leave at 5,000 steps. There's always a way to win, right?
Jamie? Muchas gracias por tu ayuda. And you did your walk. Fantastic. And we have a new tire. Basically, we were missing a part of the jack, so now we're good to go. What do we have here? It's a birthday. 3, 4 para mí. Gracias. What do we have, Michelle? Taco Chapaneca. Oh my lord.
Actually quite lean. Pork, tortillas, carbs, protein, and muscle.
Joan, why do you like tacos?
Because they smell so good and they taste so good and they're easy to put together.
There you go. Look at that. What do we have?
Pork and some kind of sauce and onion.
Delicious.
And some lime.
Provecho. Well, for me, it looks like mini sandwiches.
All right, guys, it is carb day, and I am going for 160 proteins, 320 grams of carbs, and 60 grams of fat. So a lot of carbs. And I started the day off with some jelly beans. I'm practicing now what kind of carbs I'm gonna be eating on game day, and maybe even my carb up in peak week. These are glucose, so there's no corn syrup, there's no fructose in these. They taste amazing, and they are going down really well. I originally was just gonna have 40 grams, and I'm starving. I got up at 4 o'clock, so I had my 40 grams then with my espresso. Again, similar to what I might do on game day. And the idea is the glucose is just going right into my body, and I'm not having a lot of digestive issues. So it's going down really well. I'm also going to take this to the gym. I'm going to do my cardio at the gym, pose, and then go into training. And in between that, I'm going to take this. So this is just cream of wheat. I know it doesn't look that great right now, but I'm choosing wheat instead of, I have no trouble with wheat, and I'm choosing wheat instead of oatmeal because I really want to have some peanut butter in this, and oatmeal just has a lot of fat. If you use macros app, you'll know that oatmeal has quite a bit of incidental fat in it. So I'm not doing oatmeal. It also can leave me a little bit bloated, but cream of wheat is amazing. So I'm going to add some egg whites, protein powder. I've added some Splenda, and I'll add the peanut butter as well. And this will be taken to the gym. And what I do, seems weird, I know, but I just whisk this in, and it ends up being just like cake batter. It just blends in, and it actually adds some really nice volume. And I'll take this a little bit off the heat. The pan is still super, super hot, and it tastes amazing. So I'll whisk this in. You can see it's getting nice and fluffy. And the egg white is cooking in the hot cream of wheat. It gets really nice and smooth. And that boosts the protein up with no fat. And then I'll also put in some Women's Best vanilla protein. And that's going to add a little bit of vanilla flavor. A little tiny bit of sweetness and vanilla as well. And I'll whisk that in. And then I might add a little bit more water to that. So I'll be taking that to the gym. I'll see you guys over there. So here's the peanut butter. I put it on the scale, tiered it to 0, and then I'll subtract the peanut butter. It's a little bit too much. and again, just makes it super accurate. So this is the final product. You can see it's nice and creamy. It tastes so good. It doesn't need any sweetener because I've added the stevia and the vanilla protein powder to it. And I will put a little dash of cinnamon, so that's it. All right, guys, we're at the gym. Oh. Hello. And go. Hi.
What's up, Jay?
Hi.
Hey. What's up, Miss Courtney?
We're gonna get started with cardio. What are you doing? Resting. Okay, I am done at the gym, done on my computer. I'm gonna have this Glute, which is during the last part of prep when carbs are super low and sugar cravings are high. This is a lifesaver. This is called a fluff. And I've had it in the last 3 contest preps and I totally love it. It is a scoop of protein powder. I'm using chocolate, Women's Best ISO Whey, very high quality, non-bloating protein powder, a shot of decaf espresso ice that comes up halfway to fill this jug, 8 grams of coffee mate. I love it. It's so good. 2 packs of high quality powdered stevia. And a quarter cup of low-fat 1% milk. I just blend that in the blender until it has the consistency of a blizzard. It is so freaking epic, and you honestly don't need to add any more sweetener than that. It is amazing. And I want to share with you a present that I got from a beautiful girl, Denise Manning from London, although she's now in California. And I had a coaching call with Denise a little while back to help her get macros set up and kind of a game plan for training. I do those calls from time to time. And this amazing woman sent me these beautiful earrings. Check this out. to wear at my red carpet event or even on stage at my Miami show, which is just, I put these on for you guys. They are so beautiful. And you gotta imagine that. On the red carpet, there are these amazing lights, and this is just covered in these little kind of diamond Okay, I'm going to wrap up by showing you guys a little simple posing cue, and that is how to pop your glutes. So most people, when they do their side pose, will stand completely straight and they'll just clench their glutes. Now, if you have quite a big glute, that might work for you. But if you want to try to exaggerate and pop that glute, what's going to serve you better is to actually relax the muscle, sink into the hip, twist and push it. So my hip actually is pushing towards that camera, and at the same time, I'm pulling up through the waist, and I'm going to really think of elongating that toe. So that is popping the glute. What's up, guys? It's my last day of the, what are we at? The 4-week recap, and then I'm heading right into my 3rd week out from the Miami show. Yesterday's carb went super well. Tacos rocked, but right into the muscles. Despite the crazy day with the flat tire, running around in Playa, still got all the food in, and today I'm feeling really good. No trouble flexing. Again, I weighed the same weight as last week. My coach, Shelby, really loved how I'm looking. He wants another check-in in 3 days. So now that we're getting closer to showtime, the check-ins are more frequent, and I'm starting to send him photos of me at the gym, pumping up, so he can see vascularity, muscle separation, all of that stuff. It's the first sunny day we've had in a week, so I'm going to take Mom to the beach today to Ahau, and I'll share that with you after training, and spend some quality time with her. And I'll bring my computer as well. Ahau has amazing internet, and so I'll cover some workflow. Saturday is usually a big work day for me, and that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this recap of my 4th week out, and enjoy the rest of today. Okay, back at home, and we're gonna head out. I'm doing a light arms and shoulder day. Gonna check Mom, and hopefully it's gonna stay sunny. So pre-workout is a little bit weird. I'm having a lot of sodium. I really want to get a good pump and send some good vascular muscle striation updates to my coach. So anyways, salmon, 130 grams of salmon, 35 grams of jasmine rice, white rice, so it digests super nice. Celery, which has some really nice soluble sodium in it, and then just some vegetables with rice vinegar, soy sauce, and this calorie-free barbecue sauce. It tastes so good when you're on prep. And these are really easy to digest vegetables, low FODMAP, just a little bit of leafy green spinach, some lettuce, some baby romaine, cucumber, and celery. And not a lot, right? So I don't want to cause any bloating. I really want to be able to pull my belly in tight and send some more great update photos.
Every day you work for it. Gotta work for it. Every day work for it. I stand alone, can't get much higher. It's in my bones, the true survivor. I stand
Thank you guys for watching this video. This is the recap for 4 weeks out. It was an amazing week of change. Really got some tough days in, but it was worth it. And the next video is starting to get loaded tomorrow, so join in for that next week. Guys, if you like the video, please like the video, leave me a comment, let me know what you want me to capture in next week's video documenting 3 weeks out. Thank you.